Jeremiah chapter 38, Jeremiah speaks the words of the Lord again, and he tells all the people of the city, the king, the officials, that if they surrender, they will live. However, if they do not surrender, they try to flee or fight back, they will all die by the sword or by famine. Some of the officials of the city were offended by this message, and so the king actually allowed them to do whatever they wanted with Jeremiah, and they ended up lowering him into a cistern, a muddy cistern, and they intended to let him die there. And just a little bit more detail on what a cistern is. It says cisterns were most likely dark, damp rooms without enough room to stand up in. Cisterns were dug out of rock, had a small opening, and spread out at the bottom. Escape from such a place was virtually impossible. Then an Ethiopian court official named Ebed-Melech came to the rescue. He went to King Zedekiah and told him that Jeremiah would starve down in that cistern if they left him there, and Zedekiah allowed him, along with 30 other men, to pull Jeremiah out of the cistern, at which point Jeremiah was returned to the courtyard of the guard. Then King Zedekiah summoned Jeremiah again and asked him what God was saying to him, and Jeremiah responded by repeating himself what he had already said before, that if he surrenders, then God will have mercy on them, and he and his family will live. But if he does not surrender, his entire family will be taken into captivity, and Zedekiah will die. King Zedekiah ordered Jeremiah not to reveal what their conversation was about, and so when the officials asked Jeremiah what it was about, he just told them that he was pleading with the king not to send him back to the cistern. In chapter 39 of Jeremiah, during the 9th year of the reign of King Zedekiah, Babylon sieged Jerusalem, and during the 11th year of the reign of King Zedekiah, the walls were breached. It tells us that King Zedekiah and his soldiers fled by night, but then were captured and brought before King Nebuchadnezzar. Then his sons were killed in front of him, and his eyes were poked out of his head. After that, he was taken in chains to Babylon, and Jerusalem was burned. All the walls were torn down, and most of the people of Jerusalem were taken into exile back to Babylon, and only the poorest of Jerusalem remained, and they only remained to work the land. King Nebuchadnezzar gives orders to protect Jeremiah the prophet, which is cool because this fulfills God's promise to Jeremiah of protection as long as he speaks his word. So the commander of King Nebuchadnezzar's army freed Jeremiah from the courtyard of the guard and let him live among the people. God then spoke to Jeremiah about Ebed-Melech, who was the one who saved Jeremiah from the cistern, and God promised to protect him.